Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is the earnings special edition. Our focus is on Zensar Technologies. Remember, the company reported its earnings on April 26th, where the company has reported growth on the net profit front, on revenue. Also has reported a strong order book for Q4 as well. So the profit after tax increased 7% to 173 crores odd in Q4. And this is in comparison to 161 odd crore rupees the company had reported in the preceding quarter. Revenues have also gone up sequentially, 2% higher to 1229 odd crore rupees. Although the EBITDA has seen a slight dip from a preceding quarter from 17.2% to 16.5%. And there's also some more information that the company has given with respect to some management changes. So CFO Sachin Sood has also resigned from the company, citing personal reasons. We will get to understand more in detail as far as the earnings go, the outlook as well from the company's top management. Joining in with me on the show is Mr. Manish Tandon. He is the CEO and the Managing Director at Zensar Technologies. Warm welcome to you, sir, on Business Today TV. And thank you so much for taking the time out. Well, good set of numbers. So do tell us, what is your own sense? Has the quarter gone as per your expectations? Better, worse? How did you see that?
Well, I couldn't have asked for a better quarter. Actually, I think you would have seen the industry peers. Very few of them have reported a sequential growth. We have reported sequential growth of 2.4% quarter on quarter. As far as annual numbers are concerned, we have doubled our profit after tax as compared to last year. And some things that are very important for me as a CEO is one is we did our employee satisfaction survey and we scored very, very high on happiness index. We also completed our customer satisfaction survey, and that gave me a lot of satisfaction because it increased by another 5%. And B, I've been told that it is in the top quartile of industry performance. So on all fronts, as I said, I couldn't have asked for more.
Okay, you couldn't have asked for more. So that's the kind of very, very positive outlook, that positive understanding of the earnings that you've shared with our viewers. What about going forward from here? How does the picture really look like as we enter FY25? Do tell me, what is the demand scenario as per you as of now? Have you started to see some more green shoots emerging for you? And is it looking like FY25 is going to be a lot better than FY24?
Well, I definitely hope so. I think from a green shoots perspective, our order bookings were about 182 million or so in this quarter, which is also, I think, about 10% more than last quarter, or maybe more. And a year-on-year comparison is also favorable. Also, this was a quarter where we still had furloughs carry over from the previous quarter.
Okay.
So those are, I would say, some of the tailwinds that we are seeing. So I definitely hope that FY25 will be better from a revenue growth perspective for us. But again, as I said, we don't give guidance for the rest of the year, so I can't comment on it. But overall, macro-wise, the situation has not been too different. In fact, geopolitics has further muddled the water a little bit as compared to FY24. So from a macro view, I am not expecting FY25 to be very different from FY24. But as I have said before, I mean, we are such a small piece of that puzzle that, us talking about macro doesn't make sense. For us, it's about getting our execution right, getting our strategy right, and as I said, focusing on our clients and on our employees.
Okay. Do tell us, as far as the macro picture is also concerned, there are increasing hopes that the US Fed could be looking at reversing the rate cycle, begin slashing the rates as well. By when do you see that happening? Do you think that will also add on to as a tailwind in terms of discretionary spending, increasing decision making from the client side is concerned?
I don't think so. I think I was asked this question in January also when the market was predicting six Federal Reserve rate cuts. And I was asked this question, and I had shocked everyone by saying I expect zero rate cuts, and this year at least. And I think the inflation numbers remain very, very strong. Inflation has now shifted to services, which is a very big part of the US economy. And services inflation continues to stick around much longer than goods inflation. So I will be very surprised if there are rate cuts projected. Uh,
Hmm.
so I am not very bullish about that.
Okay. So geographically, I think it was Europe that was a tad bit weak, and South Africa, I think, was a tad bit weak for you. How are you looking at the picture going forward from here? North America still was positive, and all the segments of yours have also shown increase, including the struggling industry-wide sector like BFSI. How do you see this picture emerging, sir?
No, I think when you can look at if you look at UK and South Africa quarter by quarter, you will see a slight drop, but they are coming off blockbuster results for the year. I think South Africa has grown about 12% for us year over year. I mean FY23 to FY24, and this is despite the fact that the South African rand has depreciated by 10%. So if we look at the volume growth, it is even more. Similarly, for us, UK and Europe has grown by somewhere around 10% as compared to FY23. So they are coming out of two or three blockbuster quarters, and I remain very bullish about these two geographies.
Okay. On the deal wins now, sir, you did point out how it is in this quarter has come in at $182 million. Where do you see this headed? Do you see a marked improvement in this by the end of FY25, or do you see a similar sustainable level going forward?
Well, I definitely hope that it'll be better than this year. I think two or three things. One is we have worked on our go-to market and our sales approach. Second is we have worked on our addressable spend, increasing our addressable spend. Third is I want to continue to invest in building our go-to market engine
Hmm.
for this year. So if you take all these three things, I hope the results will be positive.
Okay. Also, with regards to Gen AI, that's been the buzzword for a few quarters now, and it's now increasingly finding mention in the earnings of the IT majors as well. I want to understand from you how big a portion of Gen AI can turn out to be for a company like you over the period of time when we compare as far as the contribution to or sizable contribution to revenues is concerned. So how soon do we see a quantifiable number really coming in over the next 3 to 5 years?
See, first of all, I would like to start with a disclaimer that this is real me. There is nothing artificial or generative about this. Overall.
That's a
Because
wonderful way to put it. Yeah.
so I would say that generative AI is relatively. I would say that it's an emerging technology, and I would characterize it as initially uh, money in this area would be made by the hardware suppliers, followed by the
Mm,
large cloud guys,
mm,
and then maybe large consulting guys, and then maybe us. All right. So, when will it be materially significant from a revenue perspective? I would say not before 3 years, if at all. And if at all means because it's a new technology, it can go either way. It can succeed or it can fall flat on its face. So that is the time when we would see material changes in our top line or bottom line because of Gen AI.
Okay. Also, sir, you did mention that you do not give guidance, but on an annual basis, you have reported a revenue of about $592 million. Where do you see this number really headed over the next 3 to 5 years, if I may ask? Or maybe your internal ambition, maybe an internal target that you may have set.
I do not set any internal targets. I take targets from boards, and our target from the board is that we need to move to the top quartile of industry performance, right? Currently, I think at the end of this year, previously before I had joined, I think we were at the in the bottom quartile. This year, I think we will be in the third quartile. uh, I want us to keep moving up a quartile every
Hmm.
financial year.
Hmm.
I mean, look, Sakshi, I've heard about 10 billion by 2010, 20 billion by 2020. All those are good slogans, but if the industry doesn't grow, then it is impractical to expect. And if the industry grows gangbusters, if Gen AI becomes really what it's shown to be, then you never know. You can hit the ball out of the park, right? So that is the board direction to me, and that is what we are committed to.
Okay. And from the time you have joined, I mean, like, of course, kudos to you with the kind of improvement that we've seen in the financials of the company as well as the stock performance as well. Even after these earnings, we've actually seen a double-digit return right after the company reported its earnings as well. So I want to understand, of course, order book has improved, your margins you've sustainably improved as well, and we've seen the reflection on the revenue front as well. Now, going forward from here, what would be the key levers for you on the back of which you will be wanting to drive the growth? Are there any particular segments that you're now going to be concentrating your focus on? What is your exact strategy going to be over the next 3 to 5 years?
Our exact strategy is we don't want to expand geographically. We are very happy with the geographies that we are operating in. We have a lot of headroom in these geographies itself. So that is number one. In terms of verticals, as you know, we have started the healthcare and life sciences vertical fairly recently, 2 quarters back. I'm very bullish about that. Unlike others, we are seeing very good traction in BFSI also. So I'm pretty bullish about that. And I think high tech also, we are trying to reposition it more as a technology, media, telecom play rather than just a high tech play.
Hmm.
So those are the bets that we are making. M&A is also part of some of those strategies. And from a revenue growth perspective, as I said, we continue to invest in our GTM. We continue to invest in verticalization. We continue to invest in giving our customers superior experience.
Any acquisitions, mergers that you're looking at over the next few quarters?
Yeah, we are looking at two or three of them. In maybe one of them, we might be able to announce. As you know, with this M&A, it's like there's a big gap between the cup and the lip. Hopefully, we'll be able to do something in the next this quarter or next quarter.
And which segment would that be in, sir?
I can't share all that for now,
Well,
but it'll not be it'll not be humongous or anything. It will be a tuck-in.
okay, fair enough. Also, do tell us a little bit on the CFO moving on and resigning, Sachin Jut, and what does the future hold? And what are you going to be doing with this position now, and who's going to be filling it in? The strategy now going forward.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to put on record my deep appreciation for Sachin. I think Sachin has worked shoulder to shoulder with me over the last 5 quarters. Has really been instrumental in delivering the bottom line performance and other metrics that that you see. Um, it was his. There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing from Zensar, nothing between Zensar and Sachin, which was not working out. I would just say that Sachin wanted to pursue some other goals due to personal reasons, and regretfully, I had to accept that. Uh, Also, I think given that he is a SMP, KMP, we couldn't give too much notice to all of you because it was pretty much it was a logical conclusion. Annual results and quarterly results getting over, it was a logical conclusion, and SMPs and KMPs are privy to a lot of information. So we said let's part ways as early as possible so that the next person can come in and try to fill in his shoes. And we are going to look externally. We are looking at it externally. I think Sachin has built a tremendous team under him over the last 2 years. Also, at a group level, RPG group level, we have a lot of capabilities in this area. So I am not too worried. Obviously, losing someone like Sachin is not it's not very good, but I am not too worried uh, about the day to day and about the quality of reporting and so on.
Okay, so about 2 to 3 months is when you will be looking to fill in the position?
We have started the search, and I think as per SEBI guidelines, we have to finish it in 3 months or something like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Point taken, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Business Today and sharing with us all those insights from the quarterly earnings and the vision going forward. All the very best to you for the upcoming quarters. And here's hoping that we can catch up again to understand more about industry trends and the company's growth plans going forward. Many thanks.
Absolutely, Sakshi. Pleasure talking to you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. The pleasure was ours. Viewers, we will wrap it up at that. With that on Zensar Technologies, and we'll continue to monitor for you how the stock does going forward from here until the next quarter. What are the other levers that the company will be coming with as far as some of the deals that could be announced going forward from here? We'll keep an eye out on that as well. Many thanks, viewers.